to Hydrus News. My name is Suresh Kochata. The COVID-19 pandemic has struck panic everywhere, from the MSME sector to the big players, from media to music industry. Just about everybody has been impacted. But how are the big core sectors looking like? What is really happening out there? And what are the kind of predictions that the core sector is going to make? And to discuss that, we have with us today Mr. Ravindra Reddy, Director Marketing, Bharti Cement, to speak to us. Mr. Reddy, thank you for joining us. I know work from home and it's a schedule which is a bit tough to handle. I know you're in midst of a lot of meetings and all that, but let me start by asking you this very, very basic question. I know it's very basic, but let me ask you that at least. Is how has this COVID impacted the cement industry in general? Because that is what I need to understand is how the cement industry taken. I think the plants were shut down for some time. Now we must have resumed production. So how has the cement industry been impacted the last 50 days lockdown?
Hello Suresh, it is not different for anybody. The COVID-19 pandemic has impacted all the sectors. There is no particular exemption for any particular sector. But cement industry, in India, we are having almost more than 500 million tons capability. When the Prime Minister Modi has announced a lockdown in the last week of March, the entire cement industry has shut down and absolutely followed the lockdown rules in toto. So you can say it is a zero production, zero dispatch, zero sales. That was the beginning of the lockdown 1 episode. Then in the April, there are some green zones have come, partial relaxations have come. From that time onwards, we started just a dispatch operations, not the production, only dispatch operations and small quantities of sales operations. If you see that time, most of the country, most of the states were under red zones. Very few districts were available for green zones, so we could do some 5 to 10% sales during the month of April. Only in the month of May, with the further relaxations happened in many areas, we could just restart the activities in production in a small scale. Actually, capability wise, no problem. Industry can produce 100% also, but the problem is demand. Who is the buyer? Where is the consumption? That is what is the main point. For whole thing is the answer is labor. Migrant labor have moved to different parts of the country and again they want to go back to their native places. This was a big challenge. So hence entire laborers are moving back to their native places. The works are not happening in full scale. Hardly 10%, 15%, 20% job sites are operating. That's why we are in a position, we are actually in a deep trouble. If you see capacity wise, industry was operating at least in South India around 55 to 60%. Now today the capacity has come down to as low as 10 to 15% in April, now 15 to 25% in the month of May. This is a big challenge for the cement industry. Actually, survival is important for cement industry now.
So Ravindra Reddy, your entire industry depends to a large extent on the performance of the infrastructure sector, on the real estate sector, and how these sectors take off. We saw the same problems which you described in terms of migrant labor, in terms of shutdown of industry. The entire real estate sector shut off, but I thought infrastructure sector was still working. Union Minister Nitin Gadkari has promised a big fillip there. So, what is your prediction of these two sectors, crucial sectors, performance in the next 6 months?
To sector regarding infrastructure, the key success will be labor coming back to the jobs. That is the key success. If we could bring back the labor maybe in a month's time or in 2 months' time, then the real activity can improve. But at least we are estimating to kickstart normal conditions, it may take minimum 2 to 3 months. That is a minimum period. And even if it is happening, suppose if the cases goes up in between, and if it is now suppose you see in Mumbai what is happening, such a large consuming center, we are unable to supply anything because of the huge number of cases coming there. Like cities like Bangalore, the cities like Hyderabad, Chennai. These are the big potential consuming centers are getting affected. So they are not able to take up the peak jobs. Maybe it is happening in the rural sector. That's why some 10-20% it will happen. But in metros and other areas, it will take some time. But at least one quarter we will lose. Maybe second quarter onwards, kickoff should start. Then maybe second, third, fourth quarter, we should come back to normal. That is our prediction.
So one thing that is observed is that you manage to cut down your capacity utilization? Because quite often that is the first thing that is done is to cut down on the capacity of the plant production because obviously there's no demand. So till the demand comes up, you start scaling down the capacity and then keep increasing it as the demand builds up. So is that the strategy being followed by Bharati Cement and also by the industry?
Actually, there is no strategy. Today there is a buyer, we are ready to sell this.
Okay.
So if it happens as real estate sector or in infrastructure sector or individual house building. If there is a consumption, they will place the orders, then we can supply the cement. Now already we had a stock in the month of May. We are using the inventory from the plants as well as from the warehouses, dispatching the cement. If you ask me today, we have just started one line of operations as against 3 lines.
Okay. So basically, you're saying that you're looking at about 30% capacity utilization right now compared to what you would have done in a full-fledged manner. Now, the question obviously is what happens to the labor? Because I'm not really sure of what kind of mix of labor you are. You will be having people with a lot of technical expertise. At the same time, you will be having loading and other people also who come from the unskilled category. A lot of these migrants actually move back to the native places and thereby setting up a crisis even in the real estate sector in Hyderabad. And also, I think the infrastructure sector building, I mean, that you see the roads and other things that will happen in the next few months.
The labor issue is not in one place, it is there across all the sectors, whether it is real estate, whether it is a cement industry, whether it is any other jobs, wherever it is happening, both technical or non-technical, skilled or semi-skilled. They just want to go back and see their families first instant. Because, for example, the states like Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, we have seen labor coming from Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Bihar, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh. These are all even some places from northeast places, Orissa, the different parts of the country, people have come here. Now, when the central government has announced, arranged the trains for them, and also they actually a lot of people, I am surprised, they are walking on the roads and they want to go back to their native places. I do not know how many months it will take to reach their native places. That is the biggest risk laborers are taking. And to come back, I do not know whether it will take 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. This is the crucial issue. Actually, the moment laborers will come back, activities will pick up till such. And one more thing is for cement industry, logistics is important. There is order, for example. There is no cleaner available. How do we move the goods? With the great difficulty today, we are able to move the goods at least 20-25% only. Suppose to get back 100%, we have to get back people from the different places to operate the system. And there is a lot of scaredness is there among the everybody. Because if that is a particular red zone, I cannot go there. These kind of restrictions are also there. And everywhere hotels were not available. Even the getting food was a difficult task for the drivers. So these are all real challenges are there in the marketplace.
So, Mr. D, I mean, when you see the cost going up, because I've heard in Hyderabad that the real estate sector is going to pay more money to the laborers to get them back to Hyderabad, and maybe it will happen in other cities too. Then, of course, comes the question of evacuating the raw material, evacuating the logistics part of it in terms of the finished product. Everywhere the cost is going to build up, isn't it? I mean, are we going to see an increase in the cost of cement? Because there was a talk in between that actually there was a unconfirmed, maybe at the retailer level, there was a cost that was being passed on to the consumer. But are we going to see a regulated cost coming in from the entire industry?
If you see in the cost today to reach break-even price, for example, if we are operating between 50 to 60%, around 350 rupees should be the break-even price for the cement industry in an average. This data you can take from the listed companies. What are the costs? What is the cost? Means it starts from the limestone raising, then the other ingredients like coal, laterite, iron ore, etc., plus power, fuel, all kind of things. You know, the labor cost. When you are operating at 60% or 100%, whether you operate at 10%, 20%, you have to pay the labor cost like salaries, fixed rents. These are all the fixed costs. The fixed cost will go up. A company like us, minimum 15 crores is required to pay off all the wages and salaries and plus other fixed rents, etc. So it is applicable for the same industry for everywhere. Now we just want to suppose if the capacity utilization is 60%, we need 350 rupees per bag. If it is 50%, we need approximately 375 rupees per bag. Then if it is 40%, then again it has to go up to at least 400 rupees per bag. If it is 30%, again it should be 450 rupees per bag. If it is a 25%, it is really a cost to customer is 475 rupees. This is real a burden for customer, even for the real estate sector, anybody. Really, it's a painful thing. But unfortunately, to survive, this is what is essential. How fast we will come back to larger capacity utilization, that's what we are working, we are looking. Actually, today it is not in our hands or anybody's hands. It is a pandemic which has played this to us. Not only the cement industry, I am sure if you see the travel industry, entertainment industry, you see the airlines, you name any industry, they are all suffering, and with the high cost in the low capacity is a real challenge for the industry.
Suradi, as a manager, I know this, I want to bring you to the final question. A lot of us are philosophical about the entire thing, as you rightly mentioned just now. We can't do anything about this pandemic. But, there was never a plan B for anybody because they never expected anything like this. But in the future, when you look at these kind of instances, do you think you will have a plan B, that is maybe locate a few warehouses in different states where you'll stock the material and move to? I mean, I know another virus is not coming up anytime soon, but if it does happen, do you think as modern managers today, we all need to work out a plan C also, not just a plan B?
Yes, I fully agree with you. First of all, we learn to work from offices only. First time we are seeing how to work from home.
That's true.
This is what we have learned first step. I can say this is a plan B. Even sitting at home, we are able to operate 15-20%. This is one beginning we have made. I think definitely it's a good beginning. And number two, we have made almost 150 locations, warehouses across South India and Maharashtra, and where we are able to move by rail, by road, all the goods. But at every location, even if I load a rake, I need labor at loading point. Of course, that we will prepare and arrange at our plant. But at the unloading point, in some locations, the rakes which have gone more than 1 week, 10 days, 20 days, they did not unload because labor were not available in that places. So that was the situation. So everywhere it is coming back to challenges again, labor. We have to think forward, bring some technology at handling points, at rake loading points, even the loading points. Definitely all these things industry will look forward, and definitely we will be equipped with the plan B action, and even the worst scenarios, even plan C is also we need to establish. Definitely we are all working on it, and we will be glad to work further to avoid such kind of disruptions, because this is going to be a big loss for the industry, big loss for the government, big loss for the customer. It is impacting everybody, in fact, all the sections.
Every other sector, and this is my last question to you. Every other sector in this particular 5-day press conference of Nirmala Sitharaman expected something. Some people got it, some people didn't get it. There was a lot of heartburn, there was some disappointment. Was the cement sector specifically looking for any kind of incentives from the government, any kind of hand holding from the government?
Actually, we did cry before the government anytime, because we have been self-sustaining and moving forward, building the capacity and building the nation. This is what cement industry has been believing from the beginning. But now the situation has come. If you see, for example, the GST, 28% is the highest slab for the cement. You can see this is at par with luxury goods, number one. And a common man constructing a house, paying 28% is a really painful thing. Government should seriously look into it. And if you see any construction material, nothing is available at 28%. Only
That's true.
cement is 28%. Government has to sympathetically think and change the slab from 28%, lower it down to the next down level. At least that is what the government we are expecting, hoping that should be done. And if you really ask, if government gives thrust to infrastructure, everything will change. This sector also.
I think that's what Nitin Gadkari had promised. I hope he keeps up to the promise, I'm sure.
Yeah, if execution comes, it will be a big boost and it will change a lot actually. The core sector, steel and cement, definitely will change once it is infrastructure boost comes. And it is required for India also. So much 1.3 billion population, definitely we need that.
So Reddy, on a busy day, on a working day, on a Tuesday, thank you very much for speaking to us at Hybrid News.